I thank the highest self for what I'm about to channel. Have you ever asked yourself, why in the fuck are you broke, aka financial slave? Hold on, let's actually switch scenes here. Welcome, I am Dan from LIO University, aka Life in Order. But before I go into all that, again, let's answer the question, why are you broke? Or aka a financial slave. And it's very, 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 very simple. You were never taught about money. None of us are. So in a sense, we're all victims. But you'd be surprised how many people are embarrassed to talk about money. But hey, for those that are ready to listen and ready to shed the ego of embarrassment, continue listening. So we were never taught about money. Where does it come from? How to even manage it and invest it. Literally, investing, not even, right? Now, of course, some of you younger people, and this is for anybody basically 16 and beyond, because there's lots and lots of older people who have still not figured out money. And I'm not talking about, you don't have to be super rich and nothing like that. That's not, you don't have to have that goal. For most people, I would say whatever you're earning now, times it by 3. Anything beyond that's not going to make you any happier. So money does make you happy, but like the law of diminishing returns has to manifest somehow. In this context, anything beyond that, you're not going to be any happier. Will you have more stuff? Yes, but are you going to be any happier? No. So anyways, they never taught us about money. That's why my slogan is teaching you what your schools and parents should have taught you. But in reality, when you think about when your parents had you, and even if they have you in the 30s, like it's happening nowadays, they're still babies in the grander scheme of life. And so they can't impart with you wisdom. But anyways, I'm digressing here. All right. We were never taught about money, especially not where it comes from. Okay. How to even manage it, just even the basics, especially not the history of it. So if you want answers to all this, come to my LIO University. All right, you can either come to my website or you can go to my Whoop, which will probably be in my Instagram links. Again, this is going to be on many platforms. You guys, if you want access to this board, it will be in the description, and it will be in the Whoop as well. If you go to the Whoop here, you click on this link right here, and it will take you to the Miro board. This is public. Anyways, so once you pay, you come into here, right? And not only will I solve your money problems, okay, but if you're not fit, well, again, look at my story, right? I was fat. Anyways, yeah, so I transformed myself, right? Not only just the physique, but the functionality as well, right? It's just pointless to have 6-pack or be able to lift many weights when you really can't manage your body. When you really can't control it, right? Now, for some of you, right, especially when you're young, you're really just looking for sex, right? Some of you might be doing relationships, or you're just not that type of person. Again, different strokes for different folks. But either one you are, I have a solution. All right. And not only that, but health as well. So I got injured. I was basically emaciated. Oh my God, it's a long story. I'm basically a doctor, and actually, let's do that. All right. So long story short, okay, because as you can see, I could probably go on and on. I had to basically double down on my holistic health, and so I mapped all the human body out, all 12 systems. That's what I'm trying to show here. Okay, you always got to start with first principles and then build on top of that. But anyways, you can see I give you all the nitty-gritty anatomical diagrams. So when I went to these doctors and specialists, because some of them you have to go through them to basically get approved to get an MRI and certain procedures, they were just baffled how I knew this stuff. Obviously, some of them that I had a closer relationship with, especially my chiropractor, I showed him this, and he's like, man, I wish, I was basically taught this way. And some other doctors and specialists, were humble enough to, I guess, give me my props. But anyways, yeah, so it breaks down to troubleshooting these 11 systems. And that, again, another thing that I teach you in the school. So immense amount of value. Yes, there's a wealth of information here, and that's why I'm also charging a monthly price, because as I improve systems or new technology emerges and stuff like that, it will all be put here. Okay, so these are my life optimizing systems. Okay, we from bureaucracy, right, knowing all the documents you need to have, to shopping, to work life / business, automotive. Yeah, I'm not even showing you my business one. That's even a whole other thing. When it deals with your home, let's see over here, your computer, your cell phone, right? So you can see I have many different systems that you will need, that I discovered as I'm paying very close attention to my life, right? So finances, of course, health, time management, So yeah, so that's why it's going to be a monthly subscription. And also, it's just because the internet helps you scale, I don't need to charge each and one of you $7,000, if not more, because just the business credit alone, that's already $7,000 to $15,000 in value. I can literally show you the companies, and I have the recorded conversations with them, so I can show you when you're in class if anybody cares. But as you're going to find out, I basically don't lie. I have 30 terabytes of data, and I'm basically sometimes just truthful to a fault. We have a society full of people that loves their ego stroke, and I am not one of those persons who are going to do that, right? I'm always going to tell you what I observe without judgment, which is very hard for you people to. It's going to be very hard to deprogram yourself, because at the end of the day, you are going to have to make a judgment, or better yet said, a decision, right? A judgment, in my opinion, a judgment is really when you take adverse actions, meaning like you either, redact them, can't use those words nowadays because of YouTube and stuff like that, rape, assault, slander, right? Or false allegations, steal their property, right? All because you disagree with their worldview, right? That is a true judgment. But it's very simple. Like I said, my morals are simple. I will never, delete you unless you're trying to attack me and I'm defending myself, right? I will never grape you. I will never molest. I'll never physically assault you, damage or steal your property, steal your money, or bear false witness, meaning false allegations, where you suffer any of those other consequences, right? Because if I lie to the cops, they may, the death penalty is not that common nowadays for the most part. But yeah, they you may get graped in jail, right? You also may get molested in jail. You may definitely get physically assaulted in jail, right? You might even get your money stolen. In that case, money will be like cigarettes and food, right? And of course, obviously, they took away your property, right? You can no longer own property, or at least if you own the property, you can't live in it, right? So anyway, yeah, I'm not going to do any of those things. So that's why people can accuse me of whatever, but I'm like, I didn't do any of those things, right? I didn't do anything that you would not like to be done unto you. Just because don't agree with maybe what you said, what you did, or how you view the world does not mean I hate you and therefore I'm judging you. Because again, true judgment is to do those negative things upon you. Other than that, I'm just saying, hey, I don't resonate with it. I don't vibe with it, however you want to call it. And that's basically it. And then I'll probably disappear from your life. Anyway, so yeah, lots and lots of value for $111. Again, I may raise it, who knows? But so get it while it's hot, and just reach out to me, and ask me any questions you have.